Hi everyone, it's Donna here from Donna's Creative Corner, and I have been asked to show how I go about getting appliques and trim off of the satin for the ones that can be removed. So I'm going to attempt to do that here. I'm not sure how this is going to work. I've never done this before because it's so detailed, but hopefully my camera will be able to pick up what I'm doing. First of all, this is a dress that I'm working on right now. It's pink, so everything on it is pink. Let me see if it's better without, I think it's better without the light, less shine. First, if you're looking in like thrift stores and estate sales and you see a wedding dress, what you need to look for is on the back. What you should be seeing is only the machine stitching that holds the appliques on, and that's what the case is here. You see it's just machine stitching, although when I get down to this end there's a little bit of hand stitching here. So I'm going to have to be careful when I get there, because this is holding on beads and sequins on the other side for some reason. I'm not sure if it was repaired or but for the most part all you see is machine stitching. So what I do, let me find a good spot to start. To start, I take a seam ripper that you can get at Joann's or Michael's. Get one that has a good sized handle that you can grip really well. Those little cheap ones they fall apart really easily and they're hard to hang on to. This has a good handle on it. Some of them I have one of these in every room of my house, I think, and one in my purse that I carry with me. It should have a nice sharp point. You can also use, when I first started out, I was using little scissors that have a very sharp point to them, but I find a seam ripper works the best for me. And to start, I just go in and cut a few from the back just to get it started. I hope you can see that. Well, I've got a cat wanting to come in again. So I've got a little length of it there where I can flip it over and start to get up underneath the applique to get the stitches. It's hard to do looking into the screen and still trying to see what I'm doing. You can see I'm just going up and getting up underneath the stitches. See, that was a good section there that came off. My mother-in-law, when she does these, she does it all from the back, just undoing the stitches on the back. So I mean, it's a preference. I like doing it this way first, this way best. You just cut a stitch and then pull a little bit gently, just so you can pull apart what you've already done, and just keep going. This type here is a little bit more difficult, only because there isn't an opening on the back. The whole back is solid. When it's open, you can, maybe I'll put this on pause and go get one that's like that. And the trim is the same way. Oops, sorry. You can see this. Sometimes I just stick it in there and push just gently enough to cut a stitch. Like that, cut a stitch right there. It also depends, how easy or hard it is to get off, how tight the stitches are, like how close together these stitches are back there. If they are really close together, it's really time consuming to take apart. This one is probably about medium difficulty as far as the stitches. And with most, just about all appliques, it's not just a thread that holds it on. Part of the thread is, I'm not sure if you can see it, there's like a little very, very fine filament. You can't really see it on this one. Some of them it's quite obvious, almost like a very, very fine fishing line. See, I'm just going in and catching those stitches. See, now that it's come apart some, it's easier to hang on to and take a, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little filament right there. I can't get it to show up on the camera. So that's how you take it apart. And I sit and do this for every single applique that I sell. I usually do this at night while I'm sitting on the couch watching TV. My husband gets so upset with me. He's like, "Did you see that?" I'm like, "No." I have to rewind so I can see what it is that I missed because I'm sitting here doing my work. So that's how I take it apart. And there it is, it comes off. Nice and cleanly, don't lose any beads or sequins. What you don't want to see on the back is a whole lot of that, where there's a lot of hand stitching going through the satin, because it's very hard to eat. Here I'll probably have to either cut around or lose those beads and maybe glue them back on or something if I can't do it without losing them. So I hope that is helpful. These appliques are going to be coming up in the foreseeable future. I've just finished the hem on it, and I'm going to be starting on the appliques. So I hope this was helpful, and this will be helpful. I'm going to be selling some pieces uncut, meaning still on the satin, in the near future. So that's how you would take them apart. Thanks, and bye for now.